Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. To throw on second down is gone. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Barrett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Pharoh Cooper. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. A 33-yarder from the left hash. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Ohio.
They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Now Kamara. And a loose football. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Following the fumble recovery, Barrett. That's caught by Meredith, right side. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Barrett now on 2nd down. Fighting to stay upright. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Love his pocket awareness. Able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate. That one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Now Barrett. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll run here with John Kelly. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
He's going to launch this thing, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a carry here for Terrence West. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Watch the shift. Flex round. Flex round.
On 3rd down, it's West. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? From the shotgun, here's Barrett. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Instead, the punter out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll get this one up to the 20. Six. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On second down, here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Barrett looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Barrett looks to throw on first. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw on second down. Barrett under pressure again, and down he goes again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he's got room. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll pitch it to Kelly, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Goff. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third and long. It's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
To throw from his end zone. Barrett, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. On first down, Barrett to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A man who's been busy this afternoon is Kamara again. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. Give him 30 yards there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw Barrett. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Barrett. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
From the gun, Barrett able to get away. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
17. 17. 17.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
12. Got 2 plays.
On second and 10, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Looking for Woods that time. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw is Barrett. Finds a seam inside the 40. And Thomas has it. And finally brought down at the 38. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, this is Kamara, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On second down, Barrett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. Shreds the tackle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They run. It's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what did it take?
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. To throw on second down, Barrett. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. And he'll win it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 on the last play, 19 more here at another first down.
Ohio.
On 1st and 10, Barrett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Alex Okafor in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Tiger. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 53 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. John Kelly with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flex round! Flex round!
Barrett now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barrett, he sets, and this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On second down, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
To throw is Goff. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Goff now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Derek Morgan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Throwing now, Goff. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Barrett looks to throw on first, and this will be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to slow.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They give him a gain of 38. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Operating from the gun. Barrett eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Goff going to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Goff again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.